Hello everybody, this is Frank from Apple One-to-One. Today, let's talk about the Control Center. In the upper right hand corner of your menu bar, you'll see a couple of toggle switches like this. That will turn on your Control Center, and it's going to show you all of your icons right here. On the Mac, you have the one Control Center screen that you can edit or customize to your liking. If there is a function as we go through these that you use most frequently, you can simply drag it up to the menu bar and it will appear right there for you all the time. Let's get into the edit controls. If you haven't already, click on the right hand side there, your toggle switches. It's going to open your Control Center and hit Edit Controls. Now you'll notice it changes and it brings up right out of your system settings, it brings up options of where you can select what you want to appear in your Control Center. What happens is you have 8 buttons at the bottom and all of these other items that you can change. If you don't want your sound option or your music, just drag it out, put it back out on here, and you have that space open for other options. Let's say, for example, that you want a stopwatch. If you click on the plus sign or the icon, you'll see you get a little menu bar. You can add it to the Control Center, which is this guy right over here on the right, or to the menu bar. So if this is something that you use all the time, click on that and you'll notice it puts it right up in the menu bar. Now at any time, if you want to remove that, open your Control Center, click on the icon and just drag it back into there. And it's gone. So in a sense, it's completely customizable to whatever functions you use most often. And you have these other 8 buttons over here. Let's talk about what these sections are in your Control Center. So you have, these are suggestions that are obviously suggested by Apple. Next are your clock functions, your alarm. If you use an alarm, you just take it, drag it up to the menu bar, or drag it over to here. Same with your stopwatch and your timer. Below that, your connectivity. Now you notice these icons are white. That's because they are over in the Control Center already. If you choose not to have them there, that's fine too. You can just remove them. That gives you more space to customize it as you see fit. Now, your desktop applications, this is your desktop and Finder section. You can put in the application window, mission control. Now, mission control was removed from the dock. This now gives you the ability to activate mission control, which will show you all of the items on your Mac. Show desktop. If you're in a thing, you just click on that and it'll bring you right back to your desktop. Stage Manager, in a sense, is similar to Mission Control, except it will take your active programs, stack them on the left-hand side of your screen, top to bottom fashion, with one in the center for easy access. So that is to reduce the clutter on your screen. Your window tile. So we're going to demonstrate this. So we're going to take tile windows left and right, just drag that over. Then we're going to take the tile windows left and corners and tile windows to the corners. We'll do those 3. I also want to add some other buttons in here, and as we go through the demo, screen mirroring I have up here. Fast user switching. We'll put that there. Or fast user, you know what? Maybe we'll take this and put it up in the menu bar. We'll move it first and then click on it and add to the menu bar. And you notice it put an icon right up there. These are just different scenes, things that you can set up in your Control Center. Your home will take you right into whatever devices you have connected to your home. Lock screen. Again, this may be something that when you step away, you want to just add it up to the menu bar, and when you just click on that when you step away from your desk, and it'll automatically lock your screen. And of course, when you return, you will need to put in your password to get in. These are put the display to sleep, start your screensaver, quick notes. You have here, this is your screen capture. Capture a particular selection. So these, you can play with any one of these, see how they work. Just drag them over to these buttons. Okay, so here's two that I like, that I use a lot. The calculator. You want quick access to the calculator. Voice memo. And let's put our print center in there. Okay, once you have this configured the way you like it, just click done. Let's go through some of these. So if you clicked on now playing, it's going to bring up your whatever you have playing on your music, and you can start, back, forward, back, whatever. Now focus, let's talk about your focus group. So the focus, it's going to open a sub menu. You have do not disturb, personal, work, sleep, and this will take you to the focus settings in your system settings. If you don't know how to set up focus groups, we will have a link to a previous video where we go through and show you how to set up a focus group that you can activate at any time. For example, the work one here that I have, when I open a certain program, it automatically opens the work focus group to reduce interruptions when I'm in a work mode, which isn't too often this anymore, but it's there. Your display, if you click on that, you have dark mode off, night shift off, sound, headphones, and AirPlay. If you click on that, you'll see you have all of your options of your output listed right here. And you can select any one that this volume will work with. Okay, so let's talk about these. So we have, I'm going to open a couple of programs. I have 4 programs. Now I can size these manually, play with them, or if I do the first one, which is going to give me 1 program on the left and 2 on the right, 2. So it's going to take the 2 active top ones, put 1 on the left, 1 on the right. If I click on the next one, you'll notice it has 1 on the left, upper right, lower right. If I click on the 4, it's going to take all 4 programs that I have open and place them on your screen that you can navigate between each equally well. If you click on the calculator, which is something I use a lot, it pops up the calculator. Now, if I click on, let's say, this one, notice since the calculator was the active application, it put that on the left. So you got to kind of play with that, see how that works for you. Next is our voice memo. If you click on the voice memo, now it's going to start, and it'll start recording an audio for you, a quick recording. And when you stop it, it will then save that recording for you. You just hit done. Print center. This is going to open your print center. If you have multiple print jobs awaiting, you can control them right from there. One quick note about the lock screen at the top that I added to the menu bar. Our lock screen. When you click on the lock screen, it stops any other programs that you are running. So for example, I was running QuickTime in the background. When I clicked on lock screen, it stopped that particular function. So it didn't display the opening icon where you would put in your password when you activated your screen again. And our fast users, if you click on users and group settings, if you had multiple users, it would list them and you could switch. Okay, one last thing that I wanted to show you. You can set up custom icons. So if we go into the control center, hit edit controls. Now you see this plus sign up here? If you click on that, you then can assign these different icons to custom configurations, and it will put it right up on the menu bar. So let's do one with the star, which is, we'll say, favorites, okay? So here, let's just take by way of example, we're going to have alarm, we're going to have a stopwatch, and we're going to have timer, and then let's go down to, let's see, calculator, printer, voice memo, record screen, and you can put them anywhere you want, and then you just hit done, and now you see, notice it put that star right there on your menu bar. Then when you click out, that remains there. You could go to your control center, or if you click on your favorites, it's going to bring up that configuration. So you could create one for work where you want quick things that will utilize your work time. So that's a way to also customize your control center and add that functionality to your menu bar. Another good tip with control center is to changing the size of the control center icons. Let me show you that. If we go up to our favorites that we put in the menu bar, you click on it, you hit your edit controls, and then you can right mouse click on the icon, and you can get, let's say you want it to be a large icon, or you want it to be a medium icon, or if you notice, you can also copy it to the menu bar. So you have some options here, and you can also remove it. So let's make it a medium. You can also position it. Hold the mouse down, position it anywhere you want in the configuration. So if you want it first, you do that. And then that's how it would function for you. If you right mouse click on it, even without editing, you can change the size of the icon right there. But notice it leaves a blank there. If you make it large, it's going to move that down. And if you change it back to small, it's going to leave that gap in there. But if you go to edit, then you can rearrange these to get you back to the size that you want. And then if you any other ones that you want to change, right mouse click on it, change the size. You can't move it without going into the edit though. So if you hit edit, then you can go in and move them around. And then when you say done, when you go back into your favorites, it'll be that way. That's Control Center. And if you have any questions or comments, please let us know. Thank you, and we'll see you soon.